just like clockwork, trains run through Flagstaff several times per hour, all day long. These come and go, but more and more people are staying here. It's a blessing and a challenge for this community and its public schools.
I might think that it would be easy to fill these teacher positions here because this is a beautiful area, it's got a great climate. Is that the reality?
I wouldn't say it's easy. Cost of living, affordable housing, those are issues here in Flagstaff that can make it challenging for us.
Mike Pensa is the superintendent of the Flagstaff Unified School District.
Blue Alliance, the Coconuts from Flagstaff.
Home of the Coconino Coconuts robotics team, which competes and wins all over the country. The district is known for its STEM and vocational programs.
We have a place or an opportunity for every student.
But even in this desirable community, the schools face challenges. The high cost of living can make it hard to retain teachers, and not every student has access to technology at home.
We have students that live on the Navajo reservation that have limited access to connectivity.
We heard similar stories when we reached out to districts across Arizona and asked them to list their top 3 challenges. Number 1 is teacher recruitment and retention. Number 2 is family involvement. And number 3 is confusing and unfunded government mandates. All reported they have money challenges.
As you look at Arizona compared to other states in the country, one might ask, well, what are we missing?
Quinn Kellis is the superintendent of the Dysart Unified School District. He says he's glad state lawmakers added money for teacher raises, but that is only part of a student's overall school day experience. Because students rely on teachers and bus drivers and nurses and counselors and librarians and teachers' aides. And many of those positions are hard to fill or unfunded.
It's hard to go out and say, well, look at our test scores because we're on par with the rest of the country, so we must be funding schools adequately. But then you look at what the other schools and districts across the country have that we don't have, and you start seeing things like a librarian, you start seeing counselors, social workers, teacher coaches.
There's a lot of factors that relate to that. So
back in Flagstaff, Mike Pensa is still trying to come up with ways to make teacher housing affordable and expand technology to every student. But he says his district has been lucky to be able to harness talent and expertise from NAU, the Lowell Observatory, and the Grand Canyon.
We benefit greatly from the partnerships and support, and we just have really talented experts in their field who reside in this community and who want to give back and share their talents and their time.
Morgan is with us now, and you received hundreds of examples of these challenges that schools are facing. So aside from more money from the state, is there anything that stood out to you that state leaders could fix quickly and easily?
Yeah, absolutely. There's one thing that came up over and over again, and it's a change that state lawmakers made to the way school districts need to do their budgets. The change is called current year funding. It's complicated, but the result is that school districts across the state are finding themselves having to cut positions and programs in the middle of the school year. They don't really know how much money they're getting for the year until halfway through the year.
In the middle of the school year. Why would they do that?
Well, that's how businesses do their funding, so it might have sounded like a good idea, but it is wreaking havoc on school districts across the state.
Morgan Lowe, thanks.